Welcome to 24th EIP Editors Apprenticeship meeting. This is a special meeting for me and probably for many other people who have been engaged in this initiative for a while. So we will talk more about this initiative and something new that is coming up in the second half of the meeting. First, let's start with the usual agenda items with our EIP editor, Sam Wilson, and we are also joined by Gavin. Thanks, Sam, and welcome to the live editing session. Over to you, Sam.
All right, so I think we're starting with 3475 today, which is this guy over here. So let's see where we're at. Okay. So looks like we have some bot issues. So is there a problem with this or?
Thanks, Sam. So all the suggestions that were initially told by other editors, we have incorporated all of them. But afterwards, there has been recently change in the CI/CD pipelines, and now it's the EIP bot who will be automatically merging the PR. And so right now we have done the changes. Every test is passing, but unfortunately, EIP bot doesn't work.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, it's this PR, the one I've tried to approve 3 times and just it's not doing anything. Oh, I guess I'll try yet again and approve it.
So EIP bot is saying 6 days ago.
Oh, I see. There's not author approval.
Yeah, that's all it is. Yeah, so it just needs
I'll
author
just add that label.
Yeah, that's odd that it didn't.
Well, I mean, the bot doesn't do that yet.
Well, then that makes sense. Yeah, so it just needs author approval, and that's it. Should auto merge.
So that means any one of the person who is co-author has to approve.
Yeah,
Yes.
any of the people listed right here.
Okay.
So it shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, I mean, I can actually just do one of these here.
I think also.
Hi, everyone.
Hey. There we go. So, I guess let's look at this guy here. So I haven't looked at this one yet.
Yeah, this is one of those ones where it hasn't been updated in a while and EIPW is just picking up all the changes in EIP1 that need to be fixed.
That makes sense. I should never have let Micah call it the EIP validator. It's so terrible. All right, so this is just waiting on author, so we'll just leave this one alone. And like, I think that's probably the right approach for these kind of things, just because if I put a comment on them, it marks them as not stale. So I think just leaving them alone and letting the bots handle pinging people is probably the best approach.
Well, the problem is currently the bot is set to not ping people until 6 months. So actually, do you want to quickly just merge that?
Like the changing the stale bot and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can take a look at that. No.
So after 6 months, when bot ping, it is only for making it a stale. Can we have something like for getting responses after a couple of weeks as well?
Yeah. So what this does is it after I'm pretty sure 2 weeks, it sends a message saying, hey authors, you should go update your PR or tell the editors that to go do their job. And then if there's still no response in, I think it's a total of 3 months, then it closes it.
Right. So what I meant here was now we have a stale bot which pings author after 6 months. Can we have a similar bot, maybe kind of not the stale bot, but as a reminder bot, which may activate after 2 weeks?
This does that though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll ping. It pings once, and then it'll close it again after what, 3
Yeah.
months? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it will not be a new bot, but it will be updating the existing bot.
Yeah, so the existing bot already does that. It's just changing the times that the bot waits before doing it.
It's typically what's done is that you have a very long period of time, then a 1 week warning, and then it closes. This changes it to be 1 week, then it sends the warning, and then a bunch of time before it actually closes.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, this seems fine to me. And this has been open for a while, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody's expressed any interest in this. I guess Matt did make this comment here.
Which I then did that.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever. It's not like it's going to change anything.
Worst case, you just click the reopen button.
I probably need to manually merge this, right? Oh, maybe not. All right, we'll see what happens.
And I can just delete the stale label now, right? I don't think the stale label. Oh, wait, no, it is used for the issue.
All right, let's take a look at this guy. This is a status change, I think. So that means we have to be, we have to be careful with this. That is another going to be named as the author. Now I remember this one. Yeah. Okay, and the actual changes.
By the way, Drew, your PR just got merged.
Yeah, indeed. Thanks, Sam and Panda Pip, for helping me out.
It's what we're here for. Actually, secretly, we're here to make everybody's lives awful. It's definitely what EIP editors are for. Yeah, it seems fine to me. All right. So that was 35.75. Oh, all right. So I guess should we be leaving this open and just let the author close it, or should we close it?
The author can't close it.
Really? I thought no, the author can close their own pull requests.
Yeah, the author can close the pull request, but the author has gone AWOL.
Oh, okay.
And the author of the actual proposal themselves said, hey, this is not actually accurate.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh gosh, this is the contentious one.
Oh, is this that changing the final one to clarify? Yeah. Yeah.
As it happens, though, it's not a problem since the EIPW errors need fixing.
Well, I think we could ignore most of, like, for a final EIP, I think we should be ignoring EIPW.
Did we actually just straight up not mark any of the CIs required?
Sorry?
And then should we not mark any of the CIs required and instead just tell authors, hey, you should fix your CI errors before approving it?
So I think what could work is using, like, setting EIP bot's approval as required like it is right now, and then using EIP bot to determine which checks are required for a particular type of EIP change.
That seems correct.
Yeah, that's a little bit more complicated though. Like personally, I'm okay with overriding EIPW myself, but yeah. So has this been? So we have, is Fubaloo an author? I assume Fubaloo is an author. They are an author. So we have an author approval. The change itself is,
Well, there's approvals for everything. The only blocker here, I guess, is the EIP validator.
yeah. I'm just double checking it myself. I don't want to merge something that hasn't had an author approval and like all that stuff. So, okay, so this is a bunch of changes just to make EIP validator happy, which, okay. So that is an actual change, and it's a should, so that's fine. And the rest of these are, yeah, I'm okay with this. Should have seen my own approval on here. Yeah, so this is the part that I didn't see the checkbox, because the checkbox doesn't even appear until you disable auto merge.
That's
But,
stupid.
Yeah. All right. It's like my third final EIP I've changed. I feel like a monster. It's great. All right.
That's interesting. But at least that's an effort to make even the final proposals like in the best form.
Yeah, I'd really prefer if we didn't change them at all except for the errata, but whatever. I mean, I think that was fine.
Yeah.
Well, it's a should, so it doesn't actually change anything.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah. These cat herders. A nice badge. I think this is fine. Why isn't this merged?
Because it needs your approval since it's not an EIP file.
No.
It needs they need two editor approvals to merge non-EIP files now. I made that change.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Oh, and I guess, yeah, they're not an EIP editor, so they don't count as an approval. Okay. So we'll leave that open. And
This is why an EIPW fix command would be so useful.
oh yeah, for sure. It would be nice. I mean, even just starting with adding suggestions and not actually implementing a fix would be fine, because then you could.
There are suggestions whenever there's. I'm pretty sure that it actually offers suggestions for the ERC EIP mix-ups.
Yeah, it just underlines them, and then it doesn't actually like generate the new line. Okay. Yeah, I really don't think we should be changing the title of these, but okay. Good. It's fine. Yeah, these are incredibly minor changes. Do we have an author approval? We don't. All right. So we can just leave that one. Oh, it's this one. I love this one. I think we'll leave this one for the EIP IP discussion tomorrow, just to make sure that it's okay with everybody. And if it is, we'll merge it tomorrow. I don't see a problem
Cool.
doing it. Yeah, I'm okay with it. Token gated HTTP endpoints. Oh, this is a draft? This is a draft.
Another day, another EIP.
Pardon?
Oh, just the fact that Tim Dobbs sent a tweet, another day, another EIP.
Oh. Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, so this is still a draft. Can get to that when they make it not a draft. So what was left on this? Yeah, so you have a outstanding thing on here. So this needs a waiting for
Review needs attention is the name.
Oh, okay. There it is. There. I'm still thinking we should go to like the Rust Lang style with just like a W dash and then like a single word description for the category, because I think you get the you get the description when you hover over them. So I think we can use shorter label names.
I agree. I really don't like the lot of label names, but those were the labels that were pre-existing.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd prefer if it was just like ERC, like instead of type ERC, if it was just ERC.
Yeah.
EIP1.
So what I'd like to see is mutually exclusive labels all have the same starting letter, and then that way you color them together so that they form like an enum of statuses, and I really like that style of labeling. If you, I'm assuming you've seen the Rust
But I've seen such a style done elsewhere.
Yeah. Okay, what's this one? Yeah, so still needs changes, 54, 53. I have to be like the slowest and most useless EIP editor. It takes me so long to get through these things.
Not really.
Why do you say so? I mean, like, whatever help we can get, we are getting, and I think you are doing good.
Well, most of the time I just skip reviewing them. Like I've gone through like 3 of them today and just been like, it's a draft. We're waiting for it. Like we're just gonna move.
Well, that's exactly the point. You
Yeah.
shouldn't, if it's not your job, it's not your job.
Fair. Create
Yeah.
3. Oh, another create 3.
Are there 2 create 3 drafts?
I think I've seen another create 3 somewhere.
So should we suggest that they call it create 4?
I think we should suggest they call it something other than create. Yeah, okay, so I guess not. I'm crazy. But yeah, there's a closed one there. Yeah, so it's been proposed before, so maybe a different name.
I'm just not a fan of people like you. It's not immediately obvious what the difference between create 1, create 2, and create 2, and create 3 is.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
from the name. I think thought code should have a bit more description to them. I would say probably create underscore copy.
I think most of the opcodes don't have underscores. So, and there are already like copy code. Yeah, copy create copy, because it is more like a yeah, it's a create opcode. So if you want them to sort similar, yeah.
Also, you're creating the copy.
Yeah, exactly. You're not copying the creation of something. Yeah, that makes more sense. Also, I don't. From the abstract, I already have questions about this.
Like how on earth did they determine the gas usage for this?
Oh my god, like gas is just nonsense anyways. It yeah. For 37
we plucked these numbers out of thin air and said we did a performance benchmark.
For 3074, we calculated the cost of implementing like the thing. So 3074 is a little simpler, so we wanted to make it cheaper. So we subtracted the gas cost of implementing what we removed in Solidity or in EVM. Yeah, it's dumb. The only ones that matter anyways are sload and store. So
And about to be T-Lib and T-Store.
oh, are they doing the transitive opcodes now? Like those are the
They're trying to.
ugh. I mean, those are all hot too, so they don't take disk storage, right?
Well, they temporarily do, but
Do
not
they?
for long.
I thought they just kept them in RAM while you were executing.
Well, they do keep them in RAM, but that's assuming that you have all your stuff in RAM. If you're having like, if you're running it on a phone with like 128 megabytes of RAM, which I know is a lot, not a lot, and probably you're not running a full node on a phone, but once that is the case, you're probably going to have to do some storing of memory in disk.
Not for a single transaction though, right? Like this, like T-Store
I
is
guess
just
that's the case. Yeah.
yeah.
Honestly, should we just get rid of gas?
Well, we can't, right?
except
Like,
for S-Load and S-Store.
I mean, yeah, I'd be okay with that. That would make it way easier.
Also, like even EIP 1559, like, well, sorry that we're getting off topic here, but like it assumes that everyone across the network is executing it which is not the case. For example, flashbots, there's only one, once merges is the case, that's not the case anymore. There's oftentimes way fewer people executing it, executing the actual code itself. So yeah, most of it can just be removed. It'd make transactions so much cheaper. Users would collectively be happy.
Rejoice, yeah. Again, with the soulbound tokens.
What's there? What now? There's got to be at least a dozen.
I know. Every time Vitalik tweets about some concept, you just see a flood of EIPs. Like when he retweeted that post about harbinger taxes for NFTs,
Yeah.
and then we got like 4 EIPs about it.
Did we get 4 harbinger taxes?
I think we have 2. I like exaggerating.
I only thought we had 1. I suggest that Vitalik make the EIP and then tweet.
Yeah, but he doesn't do that. He just likes inspiring other people.
Well, it
Alright.
can inspire other people to use this EIP.
Oh. Why didn't that's incorrect. Did the check not run?
Oh, I don't think they did. Hold on. Go to the actual like main thing. Oh wait. What? No, the checks did run.
Yeah.
What is going on there?
It's probably just a bug. It probably parsed it even though it didn't have the leading 0. So I'll have to make an issue for that.
Your validation.
Okay, soulbound token standard. Gotta get rid of that. You should write your EIP. Okay, you should write your EIP as a standalone document.
How on earth are we planning on doing test cases? Because admittedly, there shouldn't be an entire like truffle suite in there, but at the same time, some package files are actually essential for the test to mean anything.
So I don't mind having a test framework in the repository as long as it doesn't also include like node modules and package lock. But yeah, I'm not exactly sure. Like, I think Forge tests, like Foundry's test style, would be a lot better because, you know, they're solidity tests and they're pretty easy to understand. But yeah. Before, yeah, transitions about. Oh, okay. Yeah, just kind of burying the lead. Yeah, well. Yeah, whatever, it's good enough. Okay. Are at a Discord. What? Okay.
I just noticed that the waiting author to review has a typo. This pull request changes.
Oops. So this needs an
Fix. I will say, actually getting your EIP 165 interface ID is actually a real pain.
oh, I just go in
Like,
remix and paste it and then call the interface ID function.
it still takes like 5 minutes and a bunch of test steps.
Wait, what? Why?
Because it does.
Oh, I like it. I thought you could just literally call the interface ID function from the remix interpreter.
Can you?
Yeah, takes like
Huh.
3 seconds.
Why? What? Well, first of all, why isn't there a Visual Studio Code plugin that just straight up lets you, like, as a context menu item,
Yeah, that'd be
get the
nice.
interface ID? It's a common thing to
Yeah.
do.
No, I have a little contract that I reuse, and all it does is logs the interface ID, and then you can grab it out from the output. or returns the interface ID rather. It also bothers me that events aren't part of the interface ID, but whatever.
I think KitPub actually wants to talk with both of us right now, in fact.
Oh, like about the.
Is it okay if I just send him the meeting? I know this kind
Yeah.
of derail. I know this kind of derails the like apprenticeship part of it, but
I don't think anybody here is trying to become an editor, so.
Actually, yes, today we are joined by Laurie.
Oh.
So he has shared his interest to become a reviewer and maybe an editor. So I have invited him for this meeting. However, this may be the last on the apprenticeship meeting call. We will, share more info.
No.
So I actually have a question, Laura, here. So do you guys usually do this kind of like overviews in meetings, or do people like do this outside the meetings also?
Almost always
primarily-
outside. Yeah.
I primarily do it outside meetings.
Yeah, and I'm mostly a replacement. There was a much better editor that did this before, so yeah. But the office hours are going to be pretty interesting. I think we're still going to get some of this, but hopefully it'll be a lot more author interaction too.
I imagine as such, it should also take a bit longer.
You know, people who say this proposal is fully backwards compatible with EIP 721, that really bothers me because if you can't transfer things, then it isn't backwards compatible with EIP 721.
Its interface is compatible.
Yeah, I know, but it's not fully backwards compatible. Yeah, okay.
Hello.
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
Hey, Colfax.
How's it going? Good to see some familiar faces here. Sorry to barge in, but I was just handed this link. Yeah, I did. But yeah, I don't want to interrupt, but I had some GitPub EIP related things that I wanted to chat about.
Yeah, go for it.
Awesome. Are you sure? I feel like I'm interrupting. Are you sure it's cool?
It's fine.
All right, awesome. Well, sweet. Well, happy Tuesday, guys. I'm actually calling in from the GitPub New York office, which I'm excited. We're doing like this sort of team here, a bunch of the teams here. But anyways, so yeah, so we've been. Sorry, I think my headphones disconnected for a sec. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yep.
Awesome. So we are building some new features for GitPub to allow people to award GitPubs in a more customized manner, not just like pull requests being merged. And one of the flagship use cases for it is the EIPs repo, because it's like a not just like standard pull request merged development cycle. And so we're really excited to award GitPubs. One, like I think it would be interesting to do one across anybody who's contributed to any EIP. And we could do one as like a general, maybe an annual basis, just like the rest of our GitPubs. We could do like an annual contributor to the EIPs repo. And then secondly, I think it'd be interesting to do individual Git POAPs for individual EIPs that anybody thinks like is particularly like worth highlighting or something that is tied to something else. Now, leading up there, we're building out based on some feedback that was originally discussed in the GitHub issue that we opened. We're building out actually a bot that you'll be able to tag on GitHub. So for example, like you're looking here at this conversation on this pull request, like you'll be able to tag, like instead of like at PandaPip1, you can do like at Git POAP bot, and you can award a Git POAP either to the submitter of an issue, or you can specify like a list of users, or you could basically award it to like everybody that's involved in a conversation on either an issue or a pull request. And so that's a feature that we're working on that we think will be useful for EIPs, but then also it's going to be useful for other projects that want to award people outside of just like pull requests being merged. And I wanted to just get you guys feedback on that and see if you have any input on like, if you think that that feature would be useful, because then essentially what you folks can do is like go to the particular EIPs and basically just like award the individual users that had an impact, as opposed to like only the people that submitted the pull request.
So what I'd probably end up doing is actually writing a bot to invoke your bot.
Cool.
So I think this is a really good topic to discuss, but I think it's more appropriate for the EIP meetings, which because like we don't have the full editor complement here. It's just
Yep.
Yeah. So I think tomorrow is the next EIP meeting.
Yes, it's tomorrow at
That's
11.
right, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So I think it'd be better to discuss there. I am not. Well, we'll discuss it tomorrow. Yeah, I think that's probably for the best.
Sounds good. On that note, so I'm happy to join that meeting if you'd like, or if you guys, I can sort of create like an artifact to share with you guys that you can share with the rest of the folks if you want to discuss it yourselves. Either way is fine.
If you want to come, we'd be probably glad. I don't know how full the agenda is tomorrow, but
Oh, there's always an overflow on the agenda.
Cool.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So
I sent you the EIP meeting link.
Awesome. So I'll plan on joining tomorrow, and if we don't, yeah, send it to me. I'll plan on joining. If we don't get to the topic, like it's no big deal. Our goal is to support you guys. The last thing we want to do is add another agenda to your item that bumps something higher priority off the list. So yeah, whenever it makes sense, I'll plan on joining tomorrow, but if it doesn't work, I can join them one next week. And just like a further thought, PandaPip, on your writing a bot to invoke our bot, I think that that's a great idea, especially for historical issuance. And I sort of think about this in two ways. One, how do we award historical EIPs? And sort of go through a batch of that, award Git POAPs to them, and then and then how do we do it on an ongoing basis? So like the primary use case and design constraint that we're building the bot for is ongoing. So like if there's an EIP that's actually being worked on, like you can invoke it on a one-off basis going forward. And then yeah, I totally think that writing a bot to invoke our bot going backwards is probably the best idea. But we can also help you sort of like pull, we have a bunch of scripts and like some infrastructure for pulling various artifacts from GitHub. So we might be able to help you with that too on the backlist.
Sounds good.
Cool. All right. In that case, I will bump lots of agenda items. No, I'm just kidding. Sweet. So yeah, forward me that calendar invite. I'll join tomorrow. And thank you guys for not only your support and like helping us to award Git POAPs, but like all the EIPs that you guys work on. Like, I don't know, Ethereum is amazing. And you guys are at among the core people working on it. So thanks for everything. Cool. I'll talk to you guys later.
Sounds good.
Yep. Bye.
All right, let's look at some hyperlink extensions. Do we capitalize titles? I think we capitalize titles.
I think we also capitalized the first letter of description.
Yeah, Those are good links to add to EIP.
But do we capitalize things like of in titles?
We do not. Just, yeah, we follow title case, which is the most infuriating thing about English. Well, one of the more infuriating things.
I use whatever the heck I capitalize.
Okay. It's just a rewording. Title.
Honestly, sometimes there's not much more to say in the description than is contained in the title.
Yeah, I know, but you have to try, and this one doesn't even try. This description is just reworded. I try to expand a little bit. Maybe. Okay. Should either be externally on account or contract address. Okay, NFTs have entered the mainstream consciousness in a big way. Blah blah blah. What is fructus right and abscess? Those are not terms I'm very familiar with.
Latin. This one actually wasn't Vitalik. This was someone's random post in the EIP 4907 that sparked a bunch of the EIP 4907 discussions to link. Sparked a bunch of
Lovely.
these. Now nobody can talk about NFTs without talking about fructus, abscess, whatever.
Oh, all right. Um, I have like the softest touch with comments. I always start them with I think or, you probably should, even though they're like hard requirements and I won't let you merge them without changing it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I used to do that, and now I just put things like required, do change here.
Yeah, it saves time. Um, What are they? Fructus? And this is
Yeah, the last one is fruendi. I totally butchered that, but I don't speak Latin.
uh, they're using the wrong smart quotes up here, and then down here they took the smart quotes out and used regular quotes, even though the template has smart quotes here. Like, I don't understand how people get to this point when they're writing. I don't think that's normal Solidity syntax. Is that Viper syntax?
Where is it? Oh, that is I hold on, let me go check. I think you can have mappings of mapping.
Oh, you totally
But-
can, but they don't use triangle brackets.
Yeah. Isn't it like parentheses with the
Yeah, the arrow.
with the equal sign? Yeah. Equal sign and grid.
So oh my god, another URI scheme? I'm going to shoot myself. Why do people keep making these things?
Another item for volatile.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'll do that in their discussion thread since that's not really editorial.
I at the very least didn't specify an actual URI scheme in mine. So technically people can just use it. So technically it's compatible with HTTP.
Yeah, that's exactly how you should do it. You should not be defining your own like schemes unless you're willing to.
This is not the IETF. Go to the IETF to do that.
Yeah, like Ethereum should define one URL standard for Ethereum URLs and then give that to the IETF, and they're like, "Yo, that's cool. We're gonna, reserve you a name for it." Not 16 different schemes. Can you imagine how this makes us look to other other standards bodies? Hyperlink extension, new URI format, and interface. So these should go here. Actually, I don't even think they need this section. Is it index or indexed? I always forget.
Indexed.
Indexed. Okay. Um, okay. Otherwise, I think that's okay. I don't think there's anything horrible about that. There. All right. And I think that's probably all the time I have for this today.
That's right. We went a few minutes over the call, but that's fine. Thank you so much for taking care of all these proposals. Those were listed for today's discussion. Whatever are left, we will try to take it async, or if not, then probably bring it up in the next meeting. And yeah, one final announcement. I wanted to share this. Like we started this EIP Editors Apprenticeship meeting back in November 2021 to invite community participation to become EIP editor. At that time, there were only a few active editors, and there were a huge number of proposals waiting in pull requests to be reviewed. So we needed reviewers to review and some guidelines that can be shared with them. Thanks to Matt Connect, thanks to Sam Wilson and other active EIP editors helping out with the first round of apprenticeship meeting. Today, we are hoping it to be the last one of that series. We have documented some of these special cases coming out from apprenticeship meeting in HackMD file. Check out if you are interested in becoming an EIP editor or reviewer. And with the HackMD as a reference, Gavin, also known as Panda Peep, has documented a proposal, EIP 5069, and that is EIP Editor Handbook. That's an informational EIP to onboard new EIP editors. That's going to be helpful for future EIP editors. I feel like we have addressed biggest challenge of reviewers for the time being. And now it's the time to maybe move on to the next challenge of providing a comfort zone for new EIP authors, or maybe EIP authors who have been trying to push their proposals. So in the past, we have been trying to point them towards ECH Discord channel and reach out to EIP editors. And I'm happy to announce that we will be replacing the existing meeting of EIP Editors Apprenticeship with a new meeting where we will welcome all the EIP authors to join and share their question, comment, concern. That will be called as EIP Editing Office Hours. Please check out the HackMD added in the agenda to find details of it. But our hope is with this office hour, EIP authors who are looking for some synchronous help, some questions to be asked directly with EIP editors will be helped out. And yeah, thanks, Sam, for agreeing to lead the EIP editing office hour. Thank you, Panda Peep, for helping out with a lot of other stuff related to EIP process. And I'm hoping for you to also join the meeting. So anyone, if you are an author, if you have question, comment, concern, please try to join the meeting, which is planned in 2 weeks from now. So the first EIP editing office hour will start from September 6th at 1500 UTC. Yeah, that's all on the announcement. Thank you, everyone, for staying a bit more on the call. Yeah.
And thank you for organizing these meetings. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a good one, everyone.
Yeah.